I'm so excited to go ahead and talk about establish value for what you do. And I have a lot of good nuggets. I want to jump right into it because today is going to be so busy. I decided to post early today because I woke up super early today and I was so excited about it, which you should always do early morning wake ups. If you are an entrepreneur, it is good to have a schedule. A planning schedule is always awesome, I think. So that's really great. So just a couple of things I wanted to talk about today. So establish value for what you do. What in the world does that mean? Well, it means a lot of things. It can mean a lot of things, right? So if you, let me put it this way. Are you buying what you're selling? How do you expect anyone else to buy it if you don't, right? How do you expect anyone else to if you don't? Those are just 3 ways of expressing what I want to say today. Establish value for what you do, but make it super duper crucial to you what it is that you do. If I don't know what you do and the value of what you do, when I ask you what you do, you're going to be like, well, I don't know. Well, I'm a coach. No, like, what do you do? Tell me what you do. Tell me what it is that you do that nobody else can do, just you. What do you do? Now, a couple of times I have introduced myself as Nkese. This is a CEO in the Making podcast. If you are new to knowing that information at all, you are in the wrong place. But if you knew that already and you searched this podcast, then you are in the right place. Amen. This is episode 6. Establish value for what you do. It will be posted as an audio podcast, hopefully tonight. That is the goal. And I'm all about goal setting. Why? Because I'm a life coach, okay? I'm a life coach. So you hear me say that I help women feel qualified again, right? I'm a faith-filled confidence coach that helps women feel qualified again so that they can go back to their purpose, right? So I help women get back on track. And I help women deal with the imposter syndrome that has been created from their past, right? They feel like they don't fit in the industry that they're in. They don't think they're worthy of the work that they do. They don't think that they should be doing it. They don't think that their worth and value match what the industry requires them to do. They don't feel like they match up to the ladies, maybe image-wise. They don't think they're beautiful enough. They don't think they're enough, right? Which goes into the title of the book, To the Woman I Love, You Are Enough, and that's on Amazon if you want to find out what that book is all about. I'm excited. And it's also going to be available as an ebook. Just leave comments enough and you'll be able to get access to that ebook, okay? And also, if you want to join this podcast, I am on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify Podcasts. Those 3 I know for sure. You can find me easily. If for some reason you can't find me, I go ahead and click the link tree above me here on the video. If this video is posted again either on my group or cut into reels, you'll see on the bottom of the reels I'll put Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and Spotify Podcasts. Why do I tell you that? Because I want to make sure you can connect with me. So it's important for you to know where to go to connect with me. And also you can leave a message at Faith-Filled Coaching, my business page, and you can leave a message on Instagram or Facebook if you want to personally connect with me so that we can start a coaching relationship. I love that because I actually am wearing my shirt today, the I Am Brave coaching program shirt. It is literally the program that deals with imposter syndrome. It literally goes in there and helps you understand what quadrants of your life did you lose confidence in, right? What part of your life did you feel I have lacked confidence? I have no healing here. I'm broken here. Nothing can fix me. I'm resisting here. I'm lazy here. Whatever it is, this program has 7 components that will help you fix that. But we're only going to focus on one throughout the 3 months. Unless others pop up, then we will make sure that you are taught the entire principle one by one and that you can regurgitate it back to me. That's how I teach. I make sure that my clients can quote me to me to make sure they're listening and taking notes. I love people taking notes. I think it's wonderful. And I love that my clients do that and have done it in the past. And their life is the reflection of that. So thank God for that. And also, I want to talk about establishing value for what you do. Back on topic, right? The way we establish value for what we do is we have to see what we do as a way to heal our world. I'm going to get deep, right? You have a specific responsibility to heal the world and make it better somehow, some way. It doesn't have to be physical. It doesn't have to be emotional. It doesn't have to be mental. It could be, through eyesight. You could inspire people with your art. You can encourage people with your dancing. You can do all kinds of things that you don't have to touch someone. You can touch them from the experience they're getting from what you do. You can touch them with a brand. You can touch them with your construction company, your architecture, whatever it is you do. You have to find value for that so that when you are telling people what you do, there's not this lack of confidence and I'm not sure. What do I do again? How do we do it again? I'm very hesitant to tell people how I do what I do because that's what they pay me for, right? Why would I tell them that, right? But I tell people the process. I tell people the testimonies, the stories to encourage them, to inspire them that, hey, if this woman got the breakthrough, so can you. I don't use names, of course. I'm respectful and confidential. But I tell people these are the kind of things that I've seen as testimonies in my business. These are the kind of things I've seen people come away with when they've had a session with me. These are the things we figured out. I talked about childhood trauma and how you can say to yourself the same negative things that either your close relatives said to you, your parents said to you when you were super young. That was negative because maybe they were frustrated with you in the moment. They're not bad people. They probably just frustrated, but you took that on to your adulthood. So whenever you messed up, you treated yourself like your parent in that moment and said, you're an idiot, you're stupid, you did this, I can't believe it. And you start believing everything you heard them say. And you don't even realize you're copying your parents, right? And they would say, don't copy me, don't say that to yourself. It's so negative. Can't believe I even said that. They probably don't even remember saying it to you, right? They don't remember that, They're not like, oh, I remember saying this negative thing to you and I was so right to say it. No, they're not thinking that. They're good people. They're trying their best with you. So it is super crucial that you overcome those negative statements by starting to replace and change that story of I'm the one who messes up all the time, or I'm the S up, right? Or the person who messes up all the time, the person that's unreliable, the person that's constantly making mistakes. That's me. I've labeled myself. Don't label yourself anything that was given to you by your childhood. The Lord says, I will make your name great. That's what he said to Abraham. I will make your name great. He asked Moses and Abraham to do great things in their calling. And they had to get over their mindset to say, God, you can do this. Abraham had to get over the fact that he couldn't have children at an older age to believe, God, you can give me a child at an older age. It's all good. Moses had to get over his fear of speaking, of public speaking, because he had a speech issue, is what he said to the Lord. I can't even talk. I stammer. He had a stutter. And he thought he couldn't speak to the Pharaoh, which was the king of Egypt at that time, right? And he would be equivalent to the president of the United States at that point. So he's speaking to him to tell him, let your servants go. Let all the servants that are in your kingdom right now serving you, let them go. Because the Lord said, the Lord that he doesn't even serve, that the Pharaoh doesn't even serve, right? And he's like, what, So Moses is like, why would Pharaoh listen to me? That makes no sense, right? But he had to get over his insecurity because God said, did I not give you the mouth? Did I not give you the mouth to speak with? I will teach you what to say. So let's pretend Moses never got nervous and said, God, thank you. You're going to teach me what to say. Awesome. Let's go after this. Let's speak to Pharaoh. Woo! And he runs into an obstacle. He has ability to keep pressing on and pressing on and pressing on. Why? By establishing value for why he's there, to set the Israelites free, because they were taken captive by the nation of Egypt under the Pharaoh's edict that we should enslave them so they don't overtake us, because there was 400, there were so many of them, they kept populating. So in order to get over the unjust lies that you hear, in your life, you have to start replacing them with statements that are truth. The truth always outweighs lies. It always outweighs lies. I know some people say just speak a positive statement, but what if the positive statement isn't true? What if I said, Nkese, you are so beautiful that you are Asian. You're Asian now. Girl, you're Asian. That's not true. I could say it all day, but it doesn't change anything in my heart. It doesn't resonate with me. You are beautiful. Now that, I can take that, right? And believe that. But the me being Asian thing, becoming why I'm beautiful, that doesn't make any sense, right? We use another statement, right? You are hardworking. You are wonderful. Everything you do turns to gold. Every time you walk out, you are always successful. You always get everything right. Nothing ever goes wrong in your life. Amen. That's not even true, right? Things have gone wrong in my life, okay? But the true statement, the truer statement is, when you walk out, you will have favor with man. When you walk out, you will have strategy for the obstacles you face. When you walk out, the Lord will be with you, ordering your steps. When you walk out, he will keep you from calamity, keep you from harm. When you walk out, you will have success in what you do. You will have success because you have done the work, you have been disciplined, you have been diligent, you have been honoring to others, and you have served others well, and there will be a reaping for all the good that you've done in this earth. Now that shifts the atmosphere because it's a truer statement than me just living in this utopian land where nothing ever goes wrong because I said it, it's what's going to happen. And you can have power, your words do have power. They have a lot of power, but they have no weight if what you're saying about yourself can never be true. I will never be Asian, right? It's never going to happen. I'm Nigerian. I'm from Calabar, the Cross River State. So there's no way I'm ever going to be Asian, and I want to be Asian. I'm fine with it. I like being who I am, So yes, I'm so excited to go ahead and move forward, because we were talking about not using fake statements to encourage yourself. Positive affirmations, they do work, but truer statements about what you will be in the future, what you will be doing today, what you will accomplish today, is going to help you feel established in truth in those statements, and that will break the lies. Because lies are subtle. They use a part of the truth. There's such thing as half-truths, right, that are in your head that you believe because there's a piece of truth in there that you'll grab a hold of, right? I did make a mistake in the past, so maybe I always make mistakes. No, that's not true, right? And the reason why I was talking about that is because I help women overcome the negative voices of doubt and fear so that they can have faith in what they're supposed to do and be able to trust in God to move forward and be successful and get back on track on their purpose. So I'm never, ever, ever ignoring the fact that doubt is toxic. I'm never ignoring the fact that doubt is also contagious, and fear is very contagious as well. So you have to work extremely hard to overcome that. And the reason why I'm also talking about this, because like I was saying earlier, is that I Am Brave coaching program is a program that I do for 3 months. We go into that one thing or two things, if you want, that are principles in the program that are actually something that you want to fix in your life to make sure that you have the confidence and the courage to step out and be brave, right? So I am brave, right? And it's going to help you be courageous in your own life and be able to courageously lead yourself and be able to take steps and strides and overcome obstacles. So I wanted to establish value for what I did, for what I do. Did I do great? Did I do good? Cool. Are you interested in the program? Go ahead and comment. I am brave if you are. So this is super crucial because I want to make sure you know that I know that what I do is super duper crucial to me. It's super important to me. And if you don't have a value system for what you do, then you're going to have trouble sharing what you do with others. Therefore, you're not going to be able to bring value to others through what you do because you're too afraid to tell people what you do. Even if you're in a season where you're not wealthy, your business isn't making it, you need to be able to tell people what your business is. You should not be telling people your sales numbers. Why are we telling strangers our sales numbers? That's none of their business unless you are a sales coach. That would be pertinent in the conversation of you trying to get a client or something like, these are my successes, this is how I prove what I do, right? So since I am a confidence coach, guess what I have to be? Confident, right? I have to sound confident. I have to sound sure of myself, secure in who I am. I cannot sound in any way, shape, or form insecure, doubtful, right? Because it will destroy the brand. It will destroy who I am, and it will destroy how people perceive faith-filled coaching to be. It'll make them feel like, man, what you're selling is a lie because you're not that. You're not that, you know? So it's super crucial to establish value for what you do. You kind of have to be a Joan of Arc for what you do. You got to be a promoter, you know? So when I say I help women who do not feel qualified for their purpose get back on track, I got to say it with volition and conviction that I believe it to be true. That if we go through this together, you will leave this session feeling overwhelmed with encouragement, overwhelmed with love and inspiration and faith to be able to go back out there and do what you do. You will be bursting full of ideas on how to move forward from every obstacle that has been shown up in your past. You are going to be able to go and dominate in the area of action and instruction and wisdom because you're going to be able to go get the wisdom, go get the information because you're not going to feel any more insecurity and doubt holding you back. And if you feel it, you'll have tools and resources from the program to be able to tackle it. I'm telling you now, you're going to be leaving with faith and confidence in this program. So you have to have encouragement, right? And also know who it is you're serving, right? Know who you're serving. I'm serving women who are high performing professionals. I'm serving women who have an amazing idea, but just don't have the ability to carry it out in the moment, right? Because of the self-esteem, because of the trauma, because of the lack of healing, because of the things that they have believed about themselves, the doubts and the fears, right? And the imposter syndrome. So I'm dealing with those beautiful women that are struggling with imposter syndrome. I myself struggled with that too. Before I became a life coach, I didn't think I was qualified. I was like, who am I to be telling people about their life? My life ain't together. That's what my story was. But I had to reverse that story and say, the Lord called me. He will qualify me. See, a truer statement, right? It's not that I said I'm qualifying myself, right? I used a greater person to testify on my behalf, and it was the Lord, right? So you have to continue to break the lies by saying, no, this is not what is true about me. What is true about me is what God says about me. I'm not focusing on what society says about me. When I was new as a coach, I would be discouraged if I looked at society that said, if you're a new coach, you don't make money, blah, blah, blah. No, I focus on what God says about me. He's going to bless me. He's going to make me successful. That's what I care about. So in this environment, you feel the joy, you feel the hope, you feel the stirrings of the Spirit of God even. I feel that, I do. And you feel action, you feel encouraged, you feel ready to move forward. That's what I feel right now. But that's because I'm establishing value for who I am and what I do. So that's what you have to do as an entrepreneur. You have to, that's what you do before you write your vision down. Do that. before you write down your mission statement, your vision statement, make sure you establish why are you here? Why do you do what you do, and who do you do it for? And when you die, what do you want to leave behind, right? Because you did what you did. What is your well done statement? What do you want to say you've done with your life, with what you do? What do you want to accomplish? So I'm going to leave you with that thought. I'm going to end this session this quickly because, again, I told you I have a billion things to do today. So I would love to go ahead and just let you guys have your Saturday. Have a great day. Amen. I'm so grateful to hear from you. Oh, don't forget to go ahead and go and like the page on Facebook at Faithful Coaching. I am going to read here if I have anything else I forgot to say. I also said here that what you do well and how you serve others is very valuable. I kind of already said that. As long as it is providing wellness and hope for others to thrive. I believe in God because He didn't just save my life. He granted me wisdom and through teachers and trainers to be able to be the woman I am today. I can say I am proud of what I've learned at the age of 32. I am a disciple in the faith and in business. I follow God's lead. And yes, I am reading something, okay? I like to make sure I remember what I'm saying. He also helped me lead myself. Self-leadership is so key. 300% increase in effectiveness when leadership skill set is added to any activity. And just listen. So you can already told you how to check out my podcast. The link tree is above me on the post here, and like my page Faithful Coaching before you leave this video so that you can have notification of episode 7. Okay, I don't want you missing the podcast visual videos, because what you can do when you're live, you can ask me questions, you can leave a comment, you can interact with me, you can like the video, whatever you want to do. You can share the video with your friends, all those kind of things. Let's make a community of CEO in the making and encouraging CEOs, encouraging entrepreneurs, encouraging women with big ideas but no support, right? I'm ready to support those women. If you're ready to support our community, have a great day. Happy Saturday.